Hi, welcome back to my upstairs. No, wait. Hi, welcome back to the Soft Life of Sophie. I am Sophie, and this is my soft life. If you've been here before, you know that my channel used to be called My Upstairs Oasis, and it was primarily a plants hobby focused channel. And some things have changed in my life, guys, and we're doing a slight little rebrand. So, first of all, this video is going to be an updated walkthrough plant collection as of September 2024. So, skip to this time if you want to skip the update and just look at the plants. For those of you who are interested in the update, let's go back to when my channel was being posted on regularly in the winter. I was big into collecting plants. I had intentions of probably having double the amount of plants now that I had then. I was thinking my plant collection would be like 100 plants by this time. But you know what? I had a bit of a rough start to the year with my health. And then, guys, I have been battling thrips like nobody's business, like since January, pretty much. But between those two things, I just did not feel like well enough to expand my plant collection. And then I was also away for a month in August, and I had a friend visiting. Sorry, not visiting. I had a friend who was helping me take care of my plants, watering them and stuff. But 40 plants is a lot for someone who's not a plant collector to take care of. So I lost a few plants in August because of that. And to be honest, my plants collection has just gotten smaller over the summer. So I actually don't know how many plants I have right now. Maybe I'll do a tally at the end of the video. But that brings me to today and the reason I am rebranding. So, since my plant collection is getting smaller and life is always chaotic for me, I thought, you know what? I want to be able to expand and post other things on YouTube besides just my plants. So, going forward, you're going to see different types of content for me. It's still going to fit within the whole like calm, peaceful, like soft girl sort of hobbies. So we're probably going to be doing lots of like camping and hiking. If I travel, I'll be vlogging that. I may do a few daily vlogs here and there, or a bit more um, content of like getting to know me. I've gotten requests for ASMR. So I don't know. We'll see. There's going to be different types of content coming, but it will no longer just be plants. So this channel has now become the Soft Life of Sophie, and I really hope that you guys continue along for the ride and enjoy my videos. I also believe going forward, I'm going to be linking my Instagram in the description box. So if you've only been here from the plants, understand that people are multifaceted and we can do all sorts of things in this world. So I do make funny little videos on Instagram, and my account will be linked below there as well as my Plantstagram, which I'm not currently posting on, but I will be probably posting on in the future. We'll see. Okay, so let's get into today's walkthrough. I'm going to show you all of the plants that are still remaining in my collection. And next week's video is going to be a camping vlog from when I was out in the East Coast. So that will be fun. In the meantime, please enjoy my plants. And also, if you have any tips for thrips, please, please, please leave it in the description box. I am literally begging you. I will try anything. I think I've tried everything except for sulfur, but yeah, please help. Okay, so please bear with me if the lighting is not amazing. I have my overhead lights on. I think we did this last time. I did a walkthrough. We had this conversation. Anyways, we're going to start right here. These are my longest plants, my two pothos. And as you can see, my golden pothos is trailing on the ground. We cut this one together, or I should say we chopped and propped it a couple of months ago. And there's a new vine finally trailing down there. There used to just be these two, and now we have this third one, which is awesome. But yeah, I believe we chopped it to like maybe around here a couple of months ago. Now it's on the ground again. And then to the right, we have my golden pothos, which is also doing really well. So beautiful and full at the top here. And yeah, she looks super healthy. If you were here for my last walkthrough plant tour, then you know that there used to be a heartleaf philodendron that was also on this shelf. We lost that one during my vacation. Okay, this is my lowrider Alocasia. He's doing pretty good. When I came back from my trip, he was looking super sad, but he's bounced back. This is my monstera that I grew from just a tiny little node. As you can tell, this plant has a fair amount of damage from the thrip situation that I'm dealing with. This one looks okay, except for all this, like, see this like light yellowing. Also, please excuse my nails. They're nothing right now. Let's just pretend just not look at them, okay? Yeah. So yeah, this guy looks good. This is the first leaf with fenestrations. It's so exciting that it's maturing. I wish it wasn't getting devoured by thrips, but we will save it. We will save them all. Behind that, we have my ivy. This is a Marengo variegated ivy. And this one has reached the top of its pole. So I'm going to have to either add another pole or do something here. This is a really beautiful cream variegated ivy. I love it. Okay, let's do my Monstera Esqueleto next. Look at this leaf. It's so beautiful. So this one is also being eaten by thrips. As you can tell, the new leaf has quite a bit of thrip damage. Look at that. Oh, so sad, so sad. But this leaf is just stunning. So yeah, I'm super happy about this plant, even though the new leaf is terrible. We will survive. We will continue on. This is my Syngonium. I cannot remember the name of this particular Syngonium right now, but so pretty. This one is also being eaten by thrips, but the damage isn't quite as noticeable. You can see on this leaf. Oh, guys, the thrips, man, they're going to be the end of me. I'm telling you. This is such a pretty plant, though. Oh, my goodness. See, look, is that a thrip right there? You see that black spot? No, it's just a mark. But that is what thrips kind of look like. Little black specks like that. All right. Now this is a aglanomina. Aglaonema. I have a hard time saying that one, but this is a pink variegated one. Super pretty. These original leaves from last year finally falling off, and you can tell all the new growth in my apartment has been way more green. Yeah, she looks cute. And then this is another Aglaonema. This one, surprisingly, these plants have never seemed to be affected by pests, at least not in my home and as long as I've had them. But as you can see, there is a bit of browning on like this new leaf and this leaf here too. And I did find thrips on this. They're seriously devouring my whole entire collection. It's actually crazy. Now, this one is one of the worst for the thrips. Just look how sad this poor plant looks. This guy should have been unrolled by now, but I'm pretty sure there's baby thrips in there keeping it shut. These leaves don't look too bad. There was another one right here that I took off yesterday because it was just completely destroyed. I don't know, guys. This plant is just not bringing me joy. Did I even say what it was? This is a pink princess philodendron. But yeah, I'm not loving it. I don't know what to do about this plant, but it's not bringing me joy right now. So for now, it's just chilling here. Next to that, we have I believe this is called Ring of Fire philodendron. This one also has thrips. We have some new growth here, which is good. But as you can tell, this leaf is just not looking its happiest. There was lots of thrips on that one. This one's a little bit eaten up. This one over here has a bit of damage. I don't know. There were two plants hanging here before I went on my vacation. One of them was my Monstera Peru, which totally dried to a crisp while I was away. And I can't remember, to be honest, which one was in here. I think this might have been my milk confetti syngonium, which is actually right here. And this is another one that is just not happy. See all those damaged leaves? Look at these twisted leaves. That's all thrip damage. All in here. You know, this one as well as this syngonium, which also has all the same damage and the twisted leaves. I think I might take the two of these at the end of this video with you guys and just chop them off, chop all the leaves off, because these two in particular have been dealing with the thrips for a very long time and I can't seem to get rid of them. So maybe if I chop them down, that'll be a good idea. I'll think about it. Now, right on top of that syngonium, this is my white wonder philodendron, which, as you can tell, I have chopped off the most recent growth. It was just totally eaten by thrips when I came back from my vacation. All the new leaves were just yellow. There's a new little growth point right here starting. So yeah, I cut all the new growth off, chopped it, and we're starting over. To the right of that, we have this syngonium, which is actually the same pink one that I just showed you, except this is a cutting that I rooted in water, and it's doing super well. Now, next to that, we have this caladium, my white wonder caladium. As you can tell, this guy is just it's not killing the game. It's not happy. This is the second year for this caladium bulb, and it was indoors last year as well. So I didn't know what to expect, if it would really come back this year at all. So it was cool that it came back, but as you can tell, it wasn't able to really, save up much energy last year. So I didn't really do a whole lot. Now in this little box here, all of my alocasia, but I do think that we'll talk about the alocasia after. Okay, so the last plant. Do you guys recognize this guy? This is my Monstera esqueleto. And I can put some footage on the screen of what this guy used to look like. I chopped him right down, as you can tell. I was so sick of this guy. It was losing all of its leaves. They were just turning yellow and falling off. I don't know what was going on with it, but I came back from vacation and I was like, you're getting chopped. And as you can tell, we've got tons of new growth points. So I'm excited. One little leaf. And in a couple of months, hopefully we have a much more beautiful esqueleto than I had before. Now, there are a few things on this shelf. Let's grab my orchid. Okay, so this is my cutie little orchid. These two newest leaves it grew since it's been in my care, which is awesome. The roots are just going crazy. Yeah, this one has beautiful little white flowers. As you can tell, it's of course not flowering right now. But yeah, this is my one and only orchid. This is my philodendron gloriosum, which, as you can tell, these leaves are not the happiest leaves in the world. There's a growth point here. But this one was also being eaten by thrips, and this is a second go on this plant. I cut it all the way back to just its little nub and put it in leca a few months ago, and it did come back. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this guy. Hopefully, if the thrips ever go away, it'll bounce back, but we'll see. And then the only other plants here is this mini monstera, or I should say these mini monstera cuttings. As you can see, a lot of the original leaves are yellowing off and dying. I can't really show you, but there are a lot of new growth points down inside the cup here. So yeah, I'll remove these as they die, but I am letting them continue to root and we'll see what happens. And then this is just another cutting. This is the final cutting actually from that mini monstera. When I came back from my trip, it had really suffered, so I decided to chop that one as well. And you can see there's some white roots starting in there. So I like this cutting more than I like all those other little cuttings. So I might put this one in leca as soon as it has some roots. Okay, now next to that one, we have my money tree, which as you can tell is doing so good. Let me just grab it and hold it out over this way. It's huge. It's a good omen, guys, when your money tree is happy and growing. So super happy about that. Oh, yeah, super happy about this guy. He looks amazing. Here is my variegated peace lily. She is just killing the game as per usual. She is such a happy plant. She did great while I was away. All right, now here's my Monstera. Now this guy has grown so much in the last year that I have had him. He only had like maybe one mature leaf when I got him in October of last year. So as you can tell, he has grown so much. This plant has definitely looked happier. Again, we're dealing with the thrips here. And there was a little bit of damage when I came back from my trip. I'm not sure what this is from, to be honest. If it's bugs or like sunlight or something, there's a bit more. Maybe it's overwatering. Anyways, there was a bit of damage when I came back from my trip. But for the most part, my monstera is looking pretty good. It's taking up that whole corner. Okay, just had to close the window there. So these are the last 4 plants. Hey. Okay, so this is my banana tree. Now, as you can tell, my banana tree has definitely looked better. Look at all the babies, though. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 8 babies in this little 6-inch pot. This one definitely struggled while I was away. Even the trunk here was way thicker before I left for my trip. But he's bouncing back. It's okay. Same thing with my string of pearls. This one struggled a little bit while I was away. But it still looks pretty good. It's still pretty full. I took some of the longest vines here, as you can tell, and I wrapped it around this empty pile of soil. There was a few vines here that died while I was on my trip. So I did wrap it around, and I'm trying to keep it as close to the soil as I can. Hopefully it'll root. But yeah, overall, he's looking pretty good. Now this is my birds of paradise. Sorry it's so bright here with that window behind, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it on camera, but there is a tiny little growth point starting right there, which is awesome. These guys don't give out new leaves super often, so very happy to see a new leaf coming in on this one. And then this is my palm. This is either an areca or a parlor palm. I used to have both, but one of them died, and I can't remember which is which, so I'll pop it on the screen. But yeah, he's doing great, nice and full and happy. He didn't seem to suffer too much while I was away. This guy is like fully on a curve, huh? The birds of paradise. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's all my plants. I will see you back in the face cam. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the video, and the only plants I have left to show you are these Alocasia. So I'm going to show you these guys real quick. If you're new to my channel, these are Alocasia that I grew from corms from my mother plants, which have since died. There's a little yellow leaf there, but it looks pretty good. There's definitely some damage or something on here. There are also thrips on these Alocasia in this box, at least on the Amazonica, so it is what it is. I don't know, guys. The thrips are killing me. Look how pretty the black velvet is, though. It's so pretty. Okay, I just moved the camera down so you can see these guys a little bit better, but this is the Silver dragon. He looks good. I can't actually see any thrips on this one. Well, actually, I'm lying. There's a thrip right there. But there's no damage, I should say, from the thrips. But yeah, they're definitely on there. Cutie. And then there are 3 of the poly. This one has a bit of damage on this leaf here, as you can see. This one looks pretty good though. This is the one that has the most thrip damage on the underside of the leaves. But the tops of the leaves actually seem to look pretty good, surprisingly. And then this is the last guy. This biggest leaf looks pretty darn good, but these other ones not so much. These ones definitely in real life and a bit on camera, you can tell they're yellowing quite a bit, but this leaf looks good. Okay, so that brings us to the end of my updated plant collection tour. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you have suggestions for me on how to clear these pests out and find my love for these plants again, please help me. I feel like I'm struggling right now with the plants collecting world. So yeah, send me some motivational advice down below. I really appreciate you guys watching. And my next video, like I said earlier, is going to be a camping vlog. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be like a camping hiking vlog in one, actually. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.